If I need to be trained on the job, I will do it. I was enjoying my job. You need the right people in the right places. No one is useless.
Hello, Africa, and you're welcome to another episode or another opportunity to learn and grow with MrJegz Africa, the Legacy Project. And the guest I have today, I hope you have a pen and paper or your iPad or something. You're going to learn a lot from him. He poured his heart out for 38 years in an organization, and he grew from being an intern to being the group managing director of an organization worth billions of dollars. And he has a lot to give. He's a management guru, and he's a training enthusiast, and is eager to pass on knowledge to the next generation. I hope you're as eager as I am. And please make welcome Mr. Paul Gbededo. All right. Thank you very much, sir, for coming here. I forgot to add, is the current vice chairman of the board of Flour Mills of Nigeria PLC. Welcome, Mr. Paul Gbededo. Thank you for coming, sir.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir. Did you plan to maybe go to another organization? We grow as fast here, then go somewhere else. I want to know, why is that? Why every 2 years? It's not commonplace it's not common to see somebody grow rapidly. Most people jump from organization to organization to get to the position they want to get to, especially in the banking industry. You know, you can't seldom do you stay in one bank and get to being the GMD or being the CEO. So I want to know your mindset. How did this happen?
First thing was that I was enjoying what I was doing.
I see.
All right. I was enjoying my job. I had offers from other companies that were not, bag-making companies. One that was very clear, I could recall now was a plastic pipe making industry that was in Ilupeju at that time. They wanted me to come and join them. But I was enjoying the job that I had in Bako. So I was immersed. I immersed myself in that job.
Oh, I see.
And that's very important. I was working very hard, trying to know not just what I had already known, the processes, but how do you also manage those processes?
That's very important.
How do you manage people? How do you think of your job, your processes in money terms? Those were the skills that I was trying to develop as well. And around about that time too was when computer was coming in. How to use computers, to control processes, to manage your business.
Yeah.
So I had to learn computing.
Wow.
I had to learn, how to use computer to drive your results.
Wow.
And so on.
In what you just said,
yes,
I've heard a lot of things. I've heard a lot. Sorry, I'm taking it in. I've heard a lot of things. Immerse yourself into your job, into whatever you're doing. Immerse yourself. Know every single area of the organization. Keep training yourself. Keep training and have a result in mind. So when a person is result-oriented and the person keeps training himself and immerses himself in one thing to get better at this thing, I think the only, the only way forward or the only reward for such person is growth.
Absolutely.
I don't think there is any other way.
Absolutely. It's like what I always believe in. For you to grow, all right, you need to have a vision. You need to know where you are going.
Yes, sir.
You need to define your key performance indicators
Yes.
very clearly. Set your objectives, set your targets very well. That is very critical. You know, you try to know where you want to go, where you are
Yes.
going.
The vision.
All right, you need to have it very clearly, and it should be defined in your mind.
Yes, sir.
The second one, of course, is to have the right people. So if you think of yourself now, you'll be asking, if you want to become a manager,
Yes.
do I have the skills to become the manager?
Hmm.
All right. What do I need to do? What education do I need to have in order to achieve that goal? All right. And if you have the education, what are the other soft skills, that you need in order to get there? So you must be the right person for the job. Otherwise, you cannot move if you're not the right person for the job. The third aspect is your attitude, your culture. You know, how do you behave? What are your characteristics?
Yes.
You know, what do you believe in? You know, and you put into action. You know, that's your attitude, your
Yes.
culture. It's very important.
Corporate culture.
Yes, you need to have that. You need to have a code of conduct, personal, and of course the corporate code of conduct. You need
Personal
code of conduct.
and it's from the personal that you.
Absolutely, that's what defines you.
Yes.
And those conduct or those behavior or those attitude must be able to drive the objectives of the organization.
That's
It's very important.
that's
So
powerful.
those key areas I kept looking at, while growing, and prepare myself for whatever opportunity that will come.
So have a vision, have where you're going. As in, it's super important. People go about their days, just some people, not everyone, go about their days not having a vision, and that's sad, because you don't know where the goalpost is. You just keep running around. And you said something that Bill Gates, does, or you did something that Bill Gates does. I watched a series or an interview. He said he always analyzes what is between me and where I'm going. So he has where he's going, and he analyzes what is between. So when you know the distance, you know what to do to where you're going.
Absolutely.
And have a vision, know the skills, as in be brutally honest. So you were brutally honest with yourself. This is where I want to get to. You said something that's stuck. You said, be the person for the job. Be the person for where you are going.
Correct.
And have personal corporate culture and corporate personal culture and corporate culture. So these principles, if applied, you grow rapidly in any organization that you get to. So let's talk about training. Talk about the importance of training to achieving your success in life.
I said that for growth,
Yes, sir.
For you to transform, you have to be trained. And it's particularly important because you need the right people in the right places,
Yes.
right? Starting with yourself. If you want to be in the right place,
Yes.
you need to train, you need to train yourself and training others, as well. If anything, the first thing I ask of when I get to a new place is, I want to be trained here.
Wow.
Tell me what I need to do. And if I need to go out for that training, to acquire that training, I will do it. If I need to be trained on the job, I will do it. And that has always driven me because I don't want to be in a job that I will not understand 360 degrees. I got to understand everything about the job. It's very important to me. And that is what has really helped me, to move and become successful in whatever I do.
So any new endeavor, any new position, do your best to be trained.
Absolutely.
Be result oriented as a be that person who wants to understand everything.
Yeah, and training is education is dynamic. More so at this time.
Yes.
Very
dynamic
in this
right now.
Technological environment.
Yes.
Is very dynamic. You need to keep training and retraining yourself, whatever you're doing. And when I finally became the CEO of Flour Mills Group,
yes,
that was a key focus. It was a key focus
in the organization.
In the organization, you got to have people trained. You got to make sure that you do proper appraisal of
Yes.
people and see whether you have the right people in the right places. If you don't have it, your progress, your growth will not, be quick, and your growth, will not be without hitches. So you want to have the right people in the right places. No one is useless.
I see.
No worker is useless. Just train him well. If you train him, if he's not trainable on a particular job, he will be trainable somewhere else. But train him so that you can use him to do the job.
This is so beautiful to hear. No worker is useless.
No worker.
It's just...
Once he has the right attitude,
yes,
he's not useless.
Once he has the right attitude, he's not useless. This
Yes.
reminds me of the story of the cheetah and the whale. So the whale is very fast in the right environment.
Absolutely.
In water. The cheetah is very fast on ground. But if you put the cheetah in water,
No.
even a snail, will move faster than the cheetah.
Correct.
If you put the whale on ground,
No.
it's already...
It's dead.
It's dead. It can't even move. So that's very salient. That's very important. And I'm internalizing it. I'm going to, execute that myself. So, sir, let's go back. You got 3 months training when you got into flour mills. What was your position when you transited from
Yes,
Bako
I became to fertilizer. Immediately, I became the director and production director.
Okay.
In fertilizer, because there was a GM
Okay.
already appointed, so I became the production director. But within 2 years, I was made to lead. I was a GM director, to lead the fertilizer.
What is it with 2 years, sir?
Business.
What is it with 2 years?
Because that's all I need to prove the point.
Wow.
It was an interesting journey. When I moved from Bako to fertilizer, I started running fertilizer. This is a totally new business.
Yes.
For the group. Totally new.
For the group, not
for
just
the group.
for you. Yes.
No, it was new for the group. It was new for me. So we needed to develop the brand.
Yes.
The fertilizer brand. We need to develop it. We need to develop the market. We need to, understand the operations.
Yes.
The operations. So all these, were on my shoulders, at that time. Wow. And it gave me the opportunity to travel all the length and breadth of the country.
I see.
Developing the market, developing the brand, and while at the same time making sure that the operations, are going well. And we became the best fertilizer brand of choice in the country.
In your time?
In my time.
What are the things you must have to be a group managing director in a multinational or a multi-billion-dollar company? What are the things you look at? Because I'm sure you're succeeded by somebody else as the GMD now. Somebody else is the GMD. You're now the vice chairman. So if you're looking for a GMD, generally speaking, what must you have? What were the board? I'm sure you probably got the information later. What were the board members looking at? Beyond your years of service in the organization, what skills must you have to run an organization that is employing thousands of people?
I think first thing will be what what is the company, what's the organization about?
Okay.
So there must be, an analysis of the organization. The organization must have a vision, a goal,
Okay.
objective. So that is primary. Once the organization knows what it wants,
Okay.
then you can have someone who fits, into that.
Let's see.
That's very important. For me, does the person have the expertise, to run the organization?
Okay.
Because, like the Flour Mills of Nigeria group
Yes.
is a multilateral group, multi-industrial group.
Yes.
It's not just in flour milling.
Yes.
It's in agro-business.
Yes.
All right. It's in packaging business.
Yes.
It's in logistics business.
Logistics.
Yes. It runs the ports. It's in logistics business. It runs the port. It has its own trucks, on the road and so on.
Yes.
So with that multi-industrial, scope of the group, you need someone with expertise, if not in all,
Yes.
but in certain areas.
Yes.
That is important. The other one also is the person to become the group managing director
Yes, sir.
must have had skills of knowing how to manage people, over time. So you need to know how to manage people, how to know who fits into where. That's very important.
Okay.
And the person must be commercially savvy and financially savvy.
Okay.
So once you have these, qualifications, you'll be able to run such organizations. There's none. If you look at all the CEOs,
Yes.
these are qualities that you find in them.
In almost all of them.
It's like being a leader. You have to have all these rounded qualities.